Reflection we have studied. For example, if this is the plane mirror, light falling from one medium, and after reflection, light entering into the same medium. This principle, this process, we can call it as reflection of light. Okay, ma'am? So this is the first medium. Light is falling from the first medium. Light is entering into the same medium after reflection. This is called as reflection of light. And what are the properties we have studied? Angle of incidence and angle of reflection, they are equal. Clear, Nama? Then the incident ray, the normal and the reflected ray, all of them, they lie in the same plane. So these are the two properties of reflection. Okay. Now we are studying about a refraction of light. So how I can define a refraction of light? So it is the deviation of light from its actual path, okay, ma'am? When it enters, it means what? Light. When it enters into another medium, is called refraction of light. Okay, ma'am? So light, when it enters from one medium to another medium, it will change its direction. Okay, ma'am? So that deviation of light from its original path, that is called as refraction of light. Now let us try to understand this one by taking an example. See, ma'am? For example, consider this is a boundary which is separating two media. Okay, ma'am? First medium, second medium. For example, if you take this as air, this you can take it as water. This if you take it as air, this you can take it as glass. This if you can take it as water, this you can take it as glass. Any two medium. Okay, ma'am? So let us consider this is the surface of water. Okay, ma'am? And consider this is air. Okay. And what is this thick line here which I am drawing? But this thick line is the interface, or you can call it as the boundary, which is separating two media. Are you able to understand? Now, for example, if this is the perpendicular here, perpendicular to what? Perpendicular to the interface or the boundary which is separating these two media. Okay. So this is medium number 1 and this is our medium number 2. Okay. So light is falling like this. So this is the incident ray of light. And what is this angle? This is called as angle of incidence I. Okay. Now in this condition, what happens is, actually light should travel in this path now. If there is no water here, if only air is present, actually light should travel in this direction. Okay. But because light is entering into another medium, either it will bend towards the normal or it will bend away from the normal. Are you able to understand? In this condition, will it bend towards the normal or away from the normal? Here in this condition, it will bend towards the normal like this. Okay. Why it is bending towards the normal? No? When light is bending towards the normal, this is the normal line. No? This dotted line is called as normal line. So light is bending towards the normal. So when light is bending towards the normal, it means that light is entering from rarer medium to denser medium. Light is entering from which medium to which medium? Rarer medium to denser medium. Why it is bending? Because the speed of the light is reducing. What is happening to the speed of light? Speed of light is reducing. Are you able to understand? So make a note here. So definitely here in this condition, when light is bending towards the normal, then definitely this is called as the rarer medium and this is called as the denser medium. Are you able to understand? So what is happening to the speed of light? Speed of light is reduced. Okay, ma'am? So when speed of the light reduces, then only it bends towards the normal. Okay, ma'am? When speed of light increases, it bends away from the normal. Okay, that's it. Now here, which is the angle of refraction? Ma'am? This angle is called as angle of refraction, represented by R. Now definitely here I can say angle of incidence is greater than angle of refraction, not reflection, refraction. Okay, ma'am? Definitely it is greater, no? Why? Because it is bending towards the normal. Once it bends towards the normal, definitely angle reduces, no? So angle of incidence is definitely greater than angle of refraction. Okay. Similarly, if I draw one more diagram. Okay. If I draw one more diagram, for example, consider this is an interface, okay ma? So here glass is present and here air is present, consider. So this is a glass piece, okay ma? And light is entering from glass piece to air. So this is the norm, okay? So now can you say what will happen? Now what happens? Light is entering from glass to air. Now what will happen? So light actually should travel this path, no ma? If there is no air here, only glass is present, then light should travel in this direction. But now light is entering from denser medium to rarer medium. Glass is a denser medium. And what kind of denser medium we have to call this one? Optically denser medium. Every dense medium is not optically denser. This condition is also there. Every denser medium is not optically denser. There are some materials whose density is very large, but still they are not optically denser. Optical density is different. General density is different. General density is equal to mass by volume number. But optical density means what? It is a different condition, where how much the speed of light is reducing, that is called as optically denser medium. So here, instead of wherever I say density, you have to understand it is optically denser medium. Are you able to understand? Okay. Now light should travel in this direction, but because light is entering from optically denser medium to optically rarer medium, what happens? The speed of the light increases. Speed of the light increases and it bends away from the normal. So it will travel in this direction. Are you able to understand? So what is happening to the speed of light here? Speed of light is increased. Okay. So statements I am not writing now. By looking at the diagrams only you can understand. No? When light enters from rarer medium to denser medium, what happens to its speed? Speed reduces. When light enters from denser medium to rarer medium, what happens to the speed? Speed increases. Okay, ma? And it bends away from the normal. So here this one is the angle of incidence. Okay, and this is the angle of refraction. So in this condition, angle of incidence is less than angle of refraction. This is one more point which you understand, because it is bending away from the normal number. So definitely I can say angle of refraction should be greater when compared to angle of incidence. Fine? Okay. So now the question is, so based on what this light is bending towards the normal or away from the normal, that property or that measurement we can call it as a refractive index of the medium. Are you able to understand, ma? So keep the next side heading. What is the next side heading we have to keep? Completed now this one? So next side heading is, before writing this refractive index, no, first of all let us write laws of refraction. Okay? Laws of refraction. Okay. First one, Snell's law. Snell's law. Okay. What is Snell's law? Snell's law says that sine of I divided by sine of R is equals to mu2 divided by mu1. This is called as Snell's law. Are you able to understand, ma? Sine I by sine R is equals to mu2 divided by mu1, where mu is called as refractive index of the medium, and what is meant by refractive index we will study later. Okay. See, ma, here what is meant by I here? I is the angle of incidence in the first medium. From where light is entering, that always becomes the first medium. So for example, if you take this condition, light is coming from the glass, no? So glass becomes the first medium. Are you able to understand? No? Now light is entering into air, no? Air becomes the second medium. And what is the refractive index mu1 here? This refractive index of the glass is called mu1. And what is mu2 here? Refractive index of air is called as mu2. Okay. And I means what? Angle of incidence. R means angle of refraction. So sin I by sin R is equals to mu2 divided by mu1. This is called as Snell's law. So whatever may be the angle of incidence, always light will follow the rule. Sin I by sin R is equals to mu2 divided by mu1. Are you able to understand, ma? So for example, if I ask you a question, if both are having same media, for example, this is also glass, this is also glass, mu1, mu2 values are same, then can you say what will happen? So here glass and air we are taking, no? For example, this is also glass, this is also glass. Mu1, mu2 values, if they are equal, then light will it bend away from the normal or towards the normal? Huh? Huh? See, this is also glass, this is also glass. Mu1, mu2 values, they are equal. I is equal to R. That's what will happen, no? So light will not bend from the normal, or it will not bend towards the normal also. Are you able to understand? So if mu1 is equals to mu2, if mu1 is equal to mu2, then what will happen? Sin I divided by sin R will become 1, no? So therefore sin I is equals to sin R. Therefore angle of incidence is equals to angle of refraction. This is what will happen. That's all, no? If refractive indexes of two materials, if they are equal, light will travel in the same path. It will not deviate from its original path. Fine? That's it. Okay. So this is our first rule, which is called as Snell's law. Are you able to understand now? Then what is the second rule we can write completed now, this one? Again, the rule which we have studied previously. What was that rule? So the incident ray, normal and refracted ray all lie in the same plane. Okay, ma'am? All of them, they lie in the same. So how the concept of plane mirrors was behaving? Here also same concept. Angle of incidence, normal and a reflected ray, they were in the same plane, no? Here also same condition. Angle of the incident ray, the normal and the refracted ray, all of them, they lie in the same normal. What is the meaning of it? For example, if this is the boundary which is separating first medium and second medium, light is falling like this. Okay, ma'am? So this light, it is present in the plane of this board, no? Okay. Then normal also will be present in the same plane of the board. Normal also where it should be present in the same plane of the board. In the board only this normal is present. Then after refraction, light again should be present in the same board itself, in the same plane of the board. It means after reflection, light cannot come like this. Out of the board it cannot come. Similarly, light cannot enter inside the board also. It must be present in the same plane of the board. Okay, ma'am? So this is the second law of refraction. Are you able to understand, ma'am? First rule and second rule. Okay, that's it. So after this, we write about a very important property which is called as this mu. Let us understand what is meant by mu here. Okay, ma'am? So mu is called as refractive index. Refractive index. So it is a comparison. It is a comparison, or just you can say ratio. It is a comparison of velocities of light in two media. Are you able to understand, ma'am? So just it is a comparison, it is a ratio of velocities of light in two different media. Comparison means ratio, no, ma'am? So ratio means what? It doesn't have any dimensions. Dimensions will not be there. Okay, ma'am? So therefore what I say, it is a dimensionless quantity. Okay, ma'am? It does not have any kind of dimensions. Fine. So how I can define refractive index? Let us see. So it is nothing but speed of light in air or vacuum. Speed of light in air or vacuum divided by speed of light in medium. Okay, ma'am? This is called as refractive index. Okay, ma'am? So speed of light in air divided by speed of light in medium, any medium. For example, if you want to find out refractive index of water, then what you have to do? Speed of light in vacuum, it is always a fixed value, 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. So that you have to divide it by speed of light in water. Then you will get the refractive index of water. Are you able to understand me? So let us try to take some examples and let us try to understand. Okay. So question is like this, ma'am. Try to answer this question. The refractive index of crown glass is 1.5. Okay, ma'am. Then find the speed of light. Find the speed of light in the glass. This is the question. Try to answer. In a crown glass. So glasses, there are many types of glasses. Now crown glass is there, flint glass is there, many types of glasses are there. Clear? So in a crown glass, what is the refractive index of crown glass? It is 1.5. Then what is the speed of light in the glass? Anybody? అయ్యో ఇంతసేపు చెప్తే ఎట్లా చాలా ఎక్కువ ఆలోచిస్తూ ఉన్నారు అంత అవసరం లేదు కొంచెం ఆలోచించండి సార్ Substitute here refractive index of glass 1.5 no speed of light in air or vacuum 3 into 10 power 8 divided by speed of light in medium in a glass. Okay, so V glass is how much? It is 3 into 10 power 5 divided by 1.5 means 3 by 2. So 3 and 3 get cancelled. So it is 2 into 10 power 5 meters per second. So that is our answer. That's all. Okay. It means when light is present in air, what will be its speed? Its speed will be 3 into 10 power 8. Okay, ma? So when it is present in air, its speed will be 3 lakhs of kilometers per 1 second. Light is very fast. It will travel 3 lakhs of kilometers in 1 second. That is the speed of light. Are you able to understand? So when light is present in air, this is its speed. But when the same light enters into glass, its speed becomes only 2 into 10 power 8 meters per second. So speed is increasing or decreasing? Huh? Speed is decreasing, no? So will it bend towards the normal or away from the normal? It will bend towards the normal. Because speed is reducing, no? It will bend towards the normal. Are you able to understand? No? So this comparison is called as refractive index of the glass. Okay? Sima, 1.5 indicates that speed of the light is reduced by nearly 50%. That is how you can understand. That is not the actual meaning of it. Okay, but you can understand like this. 1.5 indicates that speed of the light has been reduced by 50%. Are you able to understand? Ma? Similarly, for example, if I take refractive index of diamond. Refractive index of diamond if I take. Okay, ma? So refractive index of diamond. It varies, and for some diamonds it is 2.42. Okay, so what do you understand by 2.42? 2.42 means what? See, the refractive index of glass is 1.5, but refractive index of diamond is 2.4. What is the meaning of it? It means that when light enters into diamond, speed reduces by nearly 2.42 times. That is the meaning of it. Are you able to understand? Ma? Speed reduces by how many times? 2.42 times. It means when light enters into diamond, its speed reduces by very, very, very large factor. That is the property of a diamond. Are you able to understand? Ma? So why diamond is so glittery, so shining means once light enters into diamond, it cannot come out of the diamond so easily. It will have multiple reflections will take inside the diamond because its refractive index is very large. Are you able to understand? Because light is traveling many times inside the diamond, it appears to be very shiny for us. That is the property of a diamond. Okay, ma? When light enters into any piece of glass, it just enters into the glass, it comes out of the glass if it is a mirror. And if it is a glass, it goes into the mirror and comes from the other side. Light is entering in only one time. But the material of diamond is such that its refractive index is very large. And it will be cut in particular shape also. So that once light enters into diamond, it suffers multiple reflections. Many times it reflects and it will become more and more shiny. That is the property of it. Are you able to understand, ma? Okay. So therefore, for example, if I write mu value is equals to 2.42 is equals to, what is the speed of light in air? 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. So divided by velocity of speed in diamond. Are you able to understand? Ma? So velocity of speed in diamond is how much? It is 3 into 10 power 8 divided by 2.4. That's all. It means speed of light has reduced by how many times? 2.42 times. Okay, ma? That is called as refractive index. So if refractive index is 1, then what is the meaning of this one? If refractive index of any material, if it is 1, then what do you understand? Then speed of light is not increasing, speed of light is not decreasing also. Mu value will become 1 only when these two values, when they are equal. No? 3 into 10 power 8 divided by 3 into 10 power 8, then only you will get 1. It means in the second medium also, speed of light is remaining to be same. That is called as refractive index. Okay, ma? So it is just a ratio of velocities of light in two different media. So therefore it doesn't have any units. Units are not there, no? Because here also I have to write 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second, and here also I have to write meters per second only. So meters per second and meters per second, they will get cancelled with each other. So refractive index doesn't have any unit. Unit of measurement is not there. It is just a comparison. Fine? Make it understand this one. SEMA. So this is the interface which is separating two media. So medium number 1 and this is medium number 2. Okay, ma? So this is the normal. So consider this is a rarer medium and consider this is a denser medium. Okay, ma? So light enters like this. So let the angle of incidence is I. So if it is a denser medium, what will happen, ma? It will bend towards the normal. This is what happens now. Are you able to understand? Okay, ma? Now what I do is, if I place a mirror here, okay, ma? Plane mirror, and how I place this plane mirror such that light is falling on this mirror at an angle of 90 degrees to the mirror. Now can you say what will happen? Anybody, can you say? Light is falling on the mirror at an angle of 90 degrees. Then in this condition, what can happen? See ma here, anybody? See the heading of this topic. According to the heading, try to explain what will happen. Reverse వస్తుంది. అంత దరిద్రమైన లాంగ్వేజ్ కాకుండా ఇంకొంచెం నీట్గా చెప్పు. It will retrace the path. Are you able to understand? See ma here, when light falls on the mirror at an angle of 90 degrees to the mirror, then on the mirror, what is the angle of incidence? On the mirror, angle of incidence is how much? Is it 90? Angle of incidence is 0 degrees. Because angle we have to take with respect to normal. Angle of incidence will you take with respect to mirror or with respect to normal? With respect to normal you will take. No? So light is falling on the normal itself. So angle of incidence is 0. And in the plane mirror, if angle of incidence is 0, angle of reflection is also should be 0 only. No? Angle of reflection also should be 0. So light starts retracing the same path because angle of reflection is also 0. Okay, light starts reflecting in the same direction. Up to here it is fine. Now the question is, when it reaches this interface once again, the point which we understand is, again it will travel in the same path. Are you able to understand? So this is called as principle of reversibility of light. So this is not a principle actually. Actually light follows which rule? Light follows sin I divided by sin R is equals to mu 2 divided by mu 1. This is what will happen. So this condition is always satisfied. So when you pass like this also, this should be satisfied. When you pass light from here also, again this condition should be always satisfied. Okay, ma? So whatever path in which light is entering the second medium, so if you incident the light in the same direction in the second medium, again it will retrace the path. That is called as principle of reversibility of light. Are you able to understand? Ma? So what is the note point if I write? Note point is that. Okay. So if light is incident, at same angle as that of angle of refraction in the second medium, then light retraces the path. Are you able to understand? So for example here angle of refraction is let it be some 20 degrees. Okay, now from the second medium, again if you incident at the same 20 degrees, then it will retrace the path. That is called as principle of reversibility of light. Are you able to understand? So angle of refraction ఇక్కడ 20 ఉంది కదా, మళ్ళీ మీరు 20 degrees తోనే ఇన్సిడెంట్ చేసినారు అనుకోండి సెకండ్ మీడియం నుంచి, అదే పాత్ని అది రీట్రేస్ చేస్తుంది. Because light always follows Snell's law. Sin I divided by sin R is equals to mu 2 divided by mu.